Hey everyone, and welcome to our 6th episode. It's been lagging, but we're here. So this is about our move to Hualien. In the last episode, we hinted to a big change. And it's not very usual for senior couples to be transferred. So there's a story behind that, and we're going to tell you that. And our invitation this week is
to think about times when you had big changes in your lives and what great things came out of them.
All right, we'll see you after for a language lesson.
This is where we're moving to Hualien. It's about 4 hours from where we were, way down the east side of the island.
So we took 2 trips down. The first trip was taking things down from the mission office, furniture and things like that. And then we had our belongings. So it's a ton of stuff.
So it's a big, long drive down there. And so we're going to show you some of the scenery and shots as we talk about how it all came down.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Our mission leaders, the Whiteleys, told us when we moved to Taiwan that the Lord needed senior missionaries in the Zhudong area. Well, after a month of us being there, we get a phone call from them. And after the niceties, they said that they had been pondering this for a few weeks, and they finally just prayed about it that morning about transferring us to Hualien. Instead of moving a new couple that was coming in about a week to Hualien, they were going to move us there and then send them to Zhudong. And they finally got the answer, and they called us and said, the Lord is moving you to Hualien. And again, it's not common to have senior missionaries transferred. So it comes to find out as we've been here for a few weeks that because of the more English speakers here and more wards, we're more active, and there's so much for us to do here. And the other couple really fits Zhudong better since she is from there and they can speak fluently. It's the Lord's blessings.
Back to the drive, we're driving through mountains and around mountains, and there's a whole bunch of tunnels on this drive, and some of them are really long. One of them's one of the longest in the world, at 12.9 kilometers.
Yeah, and it's really beautiful. And you can see that the tunnels have some are really well developed and well built, and some are just like this.
And some of them go 2 ways, some go 1 way, and they're all different speeds and everything. It's just incredible. We spent real close to a quarter of the time in tunnels, it feels like.
And most cemeteries are placed on mountains because they want the ancestors to be looking over their posterity.
There are 2 sections that are really windy, about 8 kilometers each, that are really nail biters. They keep you on your toes.
It's very common to have go under a ton of beautiful bridges because we're going over a lot of rivers and a lot of water in Taiwan.
So back in April of last year, they had an earthquake out here, and it really messed with these roads. So all through the drive, there's construction trying to fix them and shore them up. It's really makes it just an added level of difficulty, but you can see boulders that have come down off of mountains and landslides and places where there's all these rocks that have just slid.
It was like a 7.5 or something. This is another view of the windy roads. One is mountains and valleys, and the other one is mountains and oceans. It's wonderful.
The first time we went down to drop stuff off, the first thing we did was go to the chapel, and there we met the missionaries.
Like we said, the drive is about almost 3 hours from Taipei, and we go through a lot of little towns such as these with really interesting landmarks.
On one of our drives down, we decided to just take a little detour and see the ocean. And so we took this little detour and found this cute little piece of beach.
We knew on the map that this little detour was quite narrow.
Wait,
on this
little?
road. It was a little. It was narrow, but it took us to this little beach. Just kidding, it wasn't. It was quite large. Yeah, it's vast. Look at that. It's beautiful. But not quite a place to swim, but there were a lot of fishermen. Wow, look at those wave breaks. It's pretty good, huh?
on to our new apartment, and Sister Atkins is going to talk a little bit about the process for getting these wonderful places.
Yeah, so as we're looking at the entrance and the lack of parking and all that stuff, and where we park and our comfortable home, the senior couple that takes care of the housing, tells us a lot about how the Lord directs her. And when we thank her for finding such a beautiful place, she says, no, it's the Lord. The Lord directs her. So today we went to look at some apartments for the junior missionaries, and we do the work just like anything else. We do the work and then we give it to the Lord, and He confirms or tells us it's not right. And any of these apartments that we have found, that she has found, including ours, which is just beautiful as you'll see, is from the Lord, and we don't take that for granted. That's our space way over there.
It's a beautiful place. We're excited to be here and feel so blessed. We're grateful for the Lord guiding us to be here, and are excited to see what He has in store for us.
Okay, so there was a big change, right? Change of city and a change of house. We had to move again. Change of wards. It's amazing. We'll tell you a little bit more about that and about the people we're meeting and what we're doing to serve. But our language lesson for today is
Bien gang. It means to change.
Bien gang. All right, love you. See you next time.
Bye bye. 再见.